Hello! It is Sunday, August 23rd, 2015, and it is the day after my competition. So, I wanted to do a little update for all of you and for myself too, and so I'm a little sleepy, so you have to excuse that. So it was, it's been a very, very interesting experience for me. And I'll tell you what I experienced and what I'm learning. So I just got back from the 2015 INBA Natural Emerald State bodybuilding competition in Vancouver, Washington. It was put on by the INBA, which is a natural, drug-free, drug-tested bodybuilding competition organization. It's the first time I've ever competed in a natural organization. I usually compete in the NPC, the National Physique Committee, which is not drug-tested, mostly. There are some drug-tested competitions in the NPC, but it's overall not a natural organization. So I signed up for this competition last year, the same one last year, and I canceled going, even though I already paid for it, because I had competed in a competition previously, and then I got off my diet and I gained a bunch of weight like in a few weeks, and I was out of shape to compete. So I called and canceled, and so I wanted to go this year and reclaim my spot there. So I had, as you know from my last videos, I've been dieting hard and training hard and staying on track, and I was feeling really super good before this competition, like feeling confident and lean and small and ready, just really ready to bring my best of where I'm at, and I did. But so I entered 3 categories, which is a whole new thing for me. I'm giving myself new challenges to grow as an athlete and in this sport of figure competitions. So I entered 3 categories of competing. Masters figure, which is like 40 to 49-year-olds. Grandmasters figure, which is like 50 to 59 or something. And then open figure, which is all age groups. So it was a really small competition, but I think it was probably bigger than last year, was what I kind of was hearing, which is good. It's great when shows grow every year, more people compete. And I think there were a lot more figure competitors this year than last year, is what I heard too, which is great. So in the Masters and Grandmasters category, I think there was 1 other person in one of them and 2 other people in another. In the Open, there was about 6 or 7 of us, or something like that. So it was actually quite a big category of us for a very small show. That was really quite big for a small show. And I went out with my new suit, which I haven't shown you yet, and I kicked butt. I mean, I strutted my stuff, and I hope I did some good posing. I'll be interested to see the video, to see how my posing was in my pictures, because I've been practicing and trying to get better, and I was just trying to kick butt on my posing. And in 3 categories, I went out 3 times and did posing. So it was really good practice for me personally, because you really have to practice over and over to get better and better and more confident and more smooth and more professional looking. So that was great practice for me. And I held up with all that posing, which I didn't know I had that much endurance and stamina in posing. So that was great to find out. So the results are that I got last place in each category. So I was really super depressed. I was really upset in the evening show last night. Like, each category, I'd go out and then I'd get last place. And then I'd do the next category. I'd go out and then I'd get last place. And the last category, with all 7 of us, or how many there were, 8 of us. There were 8 of us. And what do you know? I got 8th place. And I was so upset. I wanted to cry. I wanted to run off the stage and just cry. I was so upset. But, the competition was really tough. I mean, people were in really good shape, and everybody looked great and amazing, and everybody was really nice and sweet even. Backstage in the dressing room for the women, like, it was so nice. Like, there was the bikini, there was the physique, there was the bodybuilding women, there was the bikini figure women were all there, and it's a small show. So what's surprising is, we all had a nice time together, and everybody was sweet. Like, usually some people are like kind of not so sweet, and that was probably the case, but like, I'm figure, and usually bikini is this whole other world of women, and I don't really usually get them very well. But last night, like, all the bikini women were really great. We were all on the same wavelength, and it was really nice. And so anyway, met great people, made some new friends, which was fantastic. The people that ran the organization were really dedicated. Most all of them flew in from other states and to put this on. Really dedicated to natural bodybuilding. The man that put it on, Sakona, cried when he ran the athletes meeting to start the morning competition. He was so overcome with emotion that we had all come as natural athletes. I mean, it was really a work of passion and dedication from the people that ran it in the INBA organization, and that was really neat. So everybody was super neat and super great. Let's see. So last place. So I was so upset, and I'm really a poor loser. I have a very hard time with the whole placing issue. I try to work on that. And this sport has been brutal for me this way. I guess what that means is I have a lot of learning to do in this area. I'm competitive. I'm a competitive person. I have been my whole life. And so my little competitive nature goes, oh my God, you're last place. Oh my God, I should have been placing, and why don't I ever win? And oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I mean, my little that competitive nature just hates it and goes crazy. And I forget that the reason I'm doing this is for me, and it really doesn't matter. And it's for my health and my fitness and my joy and my passion and my love of the sport and everything I get from it, and being me and expressing myself in a fun way that I enjoy, and getting strong and all this stuff. The reason I do it, it can't be about placing, because it's not working that way for me in this sport right now. So I was really bummed out, and I was driving back to my hotel in this really bummed out way, and I look up in, I think, the mirror, my visor mirror. I was checking how I look. I had, my hair, my makeup, and I mean, just really bright makeup, and I look and I'm like, oh, like, I look great. Like, I look great. And I have made so much progress. And I have transformed myself again. And this is what I look for. I love the feeling in this sport that when I look in the mirror and I don't recognize myself anymore. When I prepare for a competition, I'm like a whole different looking person. Like, I don't even recognize myself. My face is different and everything is different. And that's what I saw. It's like, oh yeah, this is that thing where I don't even recognize myself. And look at that gorgeous person in the mirror. I mean, so I realized that I did win, that way, that I is a success, and there is a reason I'm doing this, and I'm winning, and it just changed my whole attitude. I just changed my whole attitude, and I'm so glad. It's like, oh yeah, I did win. I am winning. And by the time I got back to my hotel, I was in such a happier frame of mind. I was out of that whole bitter, upset place, and I was happy. I was relaxed. It was a whole different feeling, and a whole different feeling than I usually have in this situation, which happens a lot. I hate to say it. One day, I am going to win these competitions. So, I was in a whole happier frame of mind. This never happens. And I got back to my room and I was eating my protein pancakes that I brought and enjoying it and relaxing, watching some TV and just enjoying the success. So that was a really good feeling. And often I leave that night because I'm really upset, but because I don't get where I wanted to get in placings and stuff. And I just go home. It's like, well, I'm going home. But I stayed. I went to bed. I didn't shower. I have super, super dark tan. And I didn't shower because I'm afraid of messing up the hotel bathroom and then getting charged a fine. So I don't usually shower unless they have a handheld one, but they didn't. So I slept a little. I woke up around 12:30. And then, actually too, last night before I went to sleep, I started packing. I started putting things, organizing, because I bring a ton of stuff and it takes forever to get it all back. So I was enjoying just putting things back in order and getting things kind of packed up and ready and eating my fun stuff. And so when I woke up, I was ready to go. And I finished packing and checked out, and I was even in a happy mood with the people at the hotel, and I was just in a whole different place. And so I drove home early this morning at 12:30 this morning, and I got home. It takes a couple hours. I unpacked my car. Muffin is still being babysat, so he's not here yet. I unpacked my car and on the way home, I was eating goodies that I brought, and I was really wanting a scrambled egg burrito with cheese, a breakfast burrito egg with cheese that I had before after a competition. It was so heavenly. I really wanted to have one of those again, and I did finally drive into some Jack in the Box or something and order one, and it wasn't very good. It wasn't good at all. So now I know it wasn't very good. So I'm really full. I kept eating my little snacks, nuts and dried fruit and bars that I had. And, I mean, so full. I'm so full today, which I don't like. So, anyway, I did try to get that enjoyable after meal thing, but it didn't work. So anyway, I get home, I unpack my car, and then I went to bed, I think. Yeah, I went to bed, went back to sleep, took a nap, and I don't know, it was a little nap. It was a good nap. It was a while. I don't know what time I woke up. and had some breakfast. I tried having my bodybuilding breakfast, some ground turkey and some oatmeal like I had on my meal plan before the competition. Couldn't finish the ground turkey though, but I finished the oatmeal. Then I was really full. And then I've been unpacking, and I did some laundry, and I just ran out and got coffee. Now the sun's up. I took some naps. Yeah, I think I unpacked and everything. So I got these beautiful plaque for the second and third place in those 2 divisions that were small. These are beautiful plaques. I mean, it's got this beautiful holographic 3-dimensional metal, and it's very heavy plastic. This is a heavy plaque. They're very thick, and they're very great. So I have 2 of those, and a beautiful medal for participating for my 8th place. It's actually really beautiful. It's light, but it's very beautiful. So I got some great hardware. So I'm still trying to figure out where I am in this sport. But so far, what I'm learning is that I am 51 years old, and I guess this sport is my sport that's chosen me to be my lifelong sport. You can do this sport your entire life, and I plan to do that and compete my entire life. And you can do it at any age, and it keeps me healthy and fit and strong, and it keeps me being an athlete and moving and doing fun things and focusing on me and expressing myself and being glamorous and beautiful and just all kinds of stuff. And it takes a lifelong to build your physique and just continue to work on your physique, and I guess that's my path. There's no instant fixes for me in this sport. There's no instant fixes for most of us in this sport. It's not an instant gratification sport where you train, you jump on stage, and you win, and that's it. You're done. You hit the top. I mean, that happens for people, but it hasn't happened for me, and it doesn't happen for most people, I don't think. It takes years and years and years of building your body, building your muscles, building your physique for whatever category you're doing. There's a particular physique, a particular look, and you got to build it. You build it by training in the gym, by lifting weights, and by what you eat. And that's how you build your physique. So people do it, it takes your life it's just a continual process. So this is my lifelong sport, and there is no hurry anymore for me. I used to, when I started, I thought I was in a hurry, and I just needed to win right then. That was it. Now it's like, okay, I guess it's going to take, a lifelong approach. And as I go, I'll get better and better, and I'll be in a position to have a winning physique. But for now, I'm building this physique toward that, and myself toward that. And toward the person I want to be, and just be the person I want to be, and live life the way that makes me happy, I guess. I mean, I'm learning what these lessons are. These are lessons to teach me things. So, this is my lifelong sport. And I was looking at pictures. I have some great pictures. And I was like, why am I always last place? It's so confusing to me. And I looked at the pictures, and I'm like, oh, I see why. Other people see it, I'm sure. But, I mean, I felt so lean and small, but my bottom half is just very, very, very slow now to lean out. It's just not, it's a lot slower than it used to be. My going up and down in weight all these years has slowed my ability to do that. And I guess, and my skin's ability to react quickly, and my metabolism probably ability to react more quickly. But that's where I hold my weight, and that's where it's slow to come off for me. Other people, I talked about it with some people. Some people, their butt's the first to come off, and their abs are the last to come off. My abs are the first to come off, and my butt is the last. So the top half gets leaner and leaner, and the bottom takes longer and longer. So it's the last of my process. So I just have a long way to go still that I didn't realize I have that long to go, but I do. And I'll just have to keep working at it by participating in my sport, eating according to my plan and training and being athletic and seeing what happens. I kind of figured that eventually the bottom's going to lean out because it has in the past. But I do have like probably 20 more pounds to go, which is a very depressing thought. But maybe I can, lose those 20 pounds of body fat there on my bottom half, in a easier, softer, gentler way. I don't know. I don't want to torture myself. I really don't. And I just figure if I keep doing what I'm doing, it'll happen, right? So it's going to take time, and I'm kind of bummed that, I put a lot of money into the competitions and stuff to not be in the complete place for it, but I guess that's what I need, right now in the universe, in my life. I'm learning a lot, and I'm getting a ton of experience, a ton of competition experience. It's great to be a part of competitions again. It's really fun for me, and there's all these experiences that will make me better for the next shows, Like this time, I'm in my 5-inch heels. I'm walking backstage, getting ready to go on, and somebody spilled oil on the hallway, and it was super slippery, and all of a sudden my heel just hit this oil, and bam, I landed right on my hip. I just fell right down really fast, and it's like, I could have been really upset by that in the past. It could have ruined everything for me, but I was like, oh, well, this is one of those experiences. My posing coach tells us to be prepared for anything. And there you go. I fell right on my hip. Could have ruined my whole attitude for the evening. It was like, okay, this is one of those anythings to learn from. So I got up and I kept going. And it's sore, but I hope it's okay. And the other thing, then after that, I'm warming up backstage with bands to get your muscles pumped. And I'm standing with one foot on the band and raising it to pump up. And the band slipped out of my foot and hit my face like a rubber band. Bam! So it hit my face and my eye. And I'm like, oh, God, that hurt. That was right after I slipped, too. It's like, okay, there's another thing that if things can go wrong, it went wrong. So just keep going, just keep going. Don't let things stop you from competing and getting out there. I can allow anything to stop me, but you got to just go with the flow and keep going, because stuff's going to happen. So stuff like that, it's like, okay, now for next competition, I've gone through that, so I'm even more ready for competitions to come. And there was something else too. Well, it's trying a new organization makes me a better competitor. Entering new categories makes me a better competitor. Going through all that posing makes me a better competitor. Trying new things, getting out there, meeting new people. So each experience, I'm making myself a better competitor for the future. So, I get into a place, it's like, well, this is stupid. I can't believe I'm doing this, and everybody's right. I should just stop and give up, and what's the point? And just throw up my hands and give it up. It's very easy to get into that mindset for me, but I got out of that mindset going with no, there's, it's okay. This is just exactly part of this sport, and I'm doing the right thing, and I'm in the right place, and I'm being a better competitor every day, and I'm getting to be a better competitor every day. So there's some of the things I experience and some of the things I'm learning from it. So I have another competition October 3rd, and we'll see if my legs go down. Oh gosh, I mean, probably if I hadn't already paid for it, I wouldn't do it, because it's like, I need to wait until I'm really in shape. But for some reason, I'm still on this plan for a reason. The universe says I need to go through this. And this is another competition that I was going to do last year, and I canceled. I paid for and I canceled because I got out of shape. I ate too much. I got too fat, and I couldn't compete when I had planned to. So this is an amazing year so far. This is an amazing year. My journey back to fit, my journey back to the stage. It started probably April of 2014 or so, March of 2014, my journey back to fit. And it's been amazing. I'm still going. I'm accomplishing my goals. I made it back to fit. I made it back to healthy. I made it back to the stage. I made it back to competing. And one of my goals is always, when I start competing, to keep going through the year. And I'm doing that for the first time ever doing this sport. Usually I do a couple shows and I fall off the wagon. I get too fat. I start eating. I stop training, and I gain 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Did I gain 90 pounds before? No, I think 70 was one of the highest. 70 pounds. So, yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I want to stay in shape, so that's why I have this butt problem, because of all that up and down. So this is the first time ever that I'm staying on track. And so competing all year since last year is a miracle to me. It's the first time ever. So I have lots of great things, lots of accomplishments, and I wanted to just share some of this. There's ups and downs, and it's a tough sport. This is a really hard sport. That's what I was thinking about on my way back, driving home. This is a very hard sport. People are very tough to compete against. I mean, this is tough competition. It's hard work. What I mean by a tough sport is it's tough in every way, but it's very tough to be competitive in this sport and to be able to compete at a high level and to be able to win. People are in great shape, and it's tough competition. So it's a hard sport to compete in. It's just a tough one that I chose and that chose me. And I didn't realize that when I started this whole sport back in 2008. I had no idea about anything about it. And so I learn every day more and more about this sport. I have so much to learn, but now I've learned, this is one tough sport, and it just is a lifelong sport. And there's no instant gratification. There's no instant fixes, and that's weird as an American Western society person. We're so used to quick fixes, and I am too, and that's what I expected. But that's not what this is. So it's very interesting. So what that now I realize is I expected it to be a quick fix for me sport, and it's not. And what that set me up for was this lifelong sport. Now that I'm in my 50s, I guess that's just what I needed. A sport for the rest of my life, and challenges for the rest of that time, and goals for the rest of that time to compete. I'm going to have to keep going and keep building and keep growing and keep challenging myself and trying and accomplishing and competing in order to keep getting better in this sport. So what perfect trail for my rest of my years. So there you go. I talked enough. I need to drink more coffee, and daylight has come, and it's time to get moving, and I'll pick up muffins soon, and then I'll get a new meal plan, go grocery shopping and get things together and get all ready for the week and all that stuff. So all right, there's my update. I hope you guys had a great weekend. If you have any questions, please ask. I'd love to answer questions or do more videos on anything you guys are interested in. And there you go. Yay! Bye.